Hello, dear friend. It's Fisher here. So today we continue with our beautiful story, "The Power of the Spirit" by Alfred Hosp, also known as Freddy in the book. And then Bruno suggested one day to Freddy's mom to get a car, adapted car, for Freddy and Lilo, so Lilo can drive it. But Freddy's mom back then couldn't grasp what was Bruno talking about because um, she simply just think it's not possible for a disabled person to drive a car. Uh, so that's happened to lots of time, our depend on our perceptions. So lots of things we think is impossible to achieve, but actually there's always a way. And then it's just it's always ourself who limit it. Like always we limit ourselves, put it this way. So now today, one day, Freddy's mom came to Freddy, and then to visit him, and then said to Freddy, "Oh, so while I was in Munich looking for a place to live, I walked past the Volkswagen showroom, and something prompted me to go in and have a look at the Volkswagen Beetle. And the nice salesman explained everything to me, and then I simply ordered a car for you. To this day, I have no idea why I did it. To begin with, I had not wanted this at all, and then I go and sign the order form. I don't understand it at all. I simply can't grasp it." And also, Freddy's mom continues to say, "I have also made inquiries at the Lamberg driving school. As soon as the Beetle is delivered, they will adapt it so that it can be driven only using hands, and that will happen in about 2 months." And Freddy and Lilo, they both astonished, and then when they told Bruno about this, and Bruno said, "When God has already decided something, and human beings are prepared to do what is right, and then things will happen that no one would have thought possible." So it's a little story here, and then it's very astonishing, especially you ask yourself in your life, dear friends. So have you ever experienced something really miracle? You never thought, even little things in life, you never thought this way, can be possible, and it actually happened. And often God works in a way that you never expected. I have so many experience. My wife has so many experience about things we come across, the difficulties, and then we talk about it, and then I'm left brain I always think about what's the possibilities, all the solutions. I can came up with 10 solutions, and mine 9 of them doesn't work for that situation. And then but later on, and then we say, okay, well, we don't know, we don't really have a solution at the moment, but we keep our mind open, and we leave it to God at this moment because we have done our best to try to work it out. And then thing happened miraculously, and then God will give you a solution that you never thought about. So I give you examples. Before my wife, I got together, and before she moved in the house, I bought a house before we got married. So before she moved in, and then she was living with her uncle's family and also her grandma. And then because she's from India, and then there's always a male dominance. Her uncle was in charge in the family, and she always scared of her uncle. And then she the whole marriage thing, she didn't tell her uncle because she didn't dare to, because her uncle will say this and that, you shouldn't be married a Chinaman, whatever. So sorry, just simply my thoughts. So there will be lots of difficulties, and then her uncle was thinking she'll basically living with him and pay the rent, and then suddenly she just disappeared, it wouldn't be good. So she would be worried, and then she basically she got lots of personal belongings. And then I was thinking to help her to move, but like she doesn't know how. She say, I don't want you to see my uncle this and that. He'll get upset, aggressive, whatever. So it was just so difficult situation, and I said, okay, well, let it be then. So I don't know when she gonna move in. At that time, her grandma was having a kidney surgery. And then also and I said, okay, I don't know when this will happen. And then I go to China, then I need to see my mom and dad. That's back to January 2016. And then I was away for 5 weeks. And then to my surprise, when 2 weeks after I left, and then my wife said, I have moved in. I said, how did you do that? And I was thinking to give you a hand, and I didn't even know how this whole thing will work out. She said, I just secretly moved my suitcases one by one. I moved about 5-6 times, and I moved all my belongings here. And I told my grandma, so I'm here. So she just basically disappeared. And then her grandma, later on, of course, her grandma told the uncle, and the uncle was initially very upset and angry. So because she didn't say anything, just disappeared. So, but somehow she managed to move in with all her mountains of stuff. And then I was amazed how she could do it. She told me she just did it secretly, make 5-6 trips and then load everything in the car and then come again and go load up again and come here and then come to our house and drop everything. So that's to my surprise. I never knew this whole thing would end up like this. So I wasn't even there to help. So that's why we always need to a faith and trust in God. God way always better, and God knows the best. And then God's way is always just a surprising way, and you never thought about, thing can be done this way, and it always turned up, you get a surprise, and you were shocked, the thing can be done this way. You never thought about it. So, and then give you another quick example, another time. So when my grandma passed away back to 2019 March, and then I went to China again. So, and then my wife was here in Australia. So, and then she lived by herself, and one day she went to Woolley to get food, and then she accidentally dropped the key, the car key and the house key in the boot, and then the car was locked. I asked her later on, how could you do it? How can you just accidentally, drop the whole key in the boot and then shut the boot? So, oh my God. But anyway, so to her surprise, and she didn't know what to do. It was 7 p.m. in the afternoon. It's dark, and she's at the shopping mall, and then she got into a supermarket and asked one of the staff, and one of the staff basically help her remove remove the glass of the car, and then got the car key, and then after that put the glass back. And I said, oh, okay, that's an amazing story. I never thought that will be the case. But anyway, so these all stories, as long as you pay attention, pay attention around you, there's lots of things happen in your life miraculously, lots of them. So we just need to have a trust and faith in God. So do our best and try to work a thing out. And then if it cannot be done, so of course, I always ask God at the first place. But sometimes I tend to sort out things in my own way, but often turned out God's way is always the best, and then it's just never thought about it, and then that's what's happened. As what Bruno said, so God has already decided something, and human beings are prepared to do the right. So if God decides to give you a job, the job will benefit you, and then especially spiritually, so for spiritual development, and then you willing to accept, and then this thing will happen, and job will be given to you. So use my personal case, and then normally somehow over the years, because my experience on God's wonders, and I always believe if God want to give me a job, and then he will just put the job in my hand. So that is what's happened back to 2018. So I was doing a job, and then doing a job through an agency. I'm registered nurse, and then I'm working at a facility, and then that facility, after I worked there for a month or two, that facility like needed registered nurse like regularly. So and then the manager just approached me, said, Fisher, do you need a job? Do you want a job here? So, yeah, why not? I like working here. And then end up I just signed a contract, get a job there within a few days, everything was done. So I didn't even ask, I didn't thought about I will work there full time. But it was the job came to me. So think that, dear friends. So how many things in your life, and then the things all just came to you, and things just happen for you, and then that often is so especially the positive things, and then that often is just God a way of telling you, okay, so that job is for you. I already determined that. You just need to accept it. It's very simple. Okay, dear friends, so wish you have a good day and God bless.